Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, supporting arts, advancing culture, and connecting the community to artists, events, and classes at columbusmakesart.com.
From these contributing sponsors and viewers like you, thank you.
This time on Broad and High, a Columbus artist combines the ancient art of mosaic with the complexity and textures of modern glass. A violinist credits overcoming a rare form of blood cancer to the support of his family and his love for music. A treat from Kate's Quick Bites, and neo-funk rhythm from Mojo Flow. This and more right now on Broad and High. Welcome to Broad and High. I'm David Holm, your host for this episode, filling in for Kate Quickle. Beth Hemsworth has lived in several countries and experienced many cultures. You can see that in the lush and striking mosaics created by this Columbus artist. Let's see how the rhythms and patterns from all over the world are represented in her work.
As I was living in South America for a long time, I would come home on different visits, and my mother was making stained glass. And she kept telling me, oh, this is so much fun, and you should do this. And she made windows and lamps, and I just kept saying, Mom, no. I don't follow patterns. I don't measure anything. There is nothing about stained glass that attracts me. My husband and I, when we moved back here, went on a double date with some friends, and we went to a place that did glass mosaic, which was really fun, except that it was with those little tiles. And I made a tray, and I took it, and I showed it to my mom, and I said, here, look. And she goes, it would look a lot better if you made it out of glass. I was like, oh, you know, it would. And so she gave me a box of glass, and I went down to my basement with a glass cutter and started beating things up and started making mosaic out of it. And it was just really fun. And I just became fascinated by the colors, the different kinds of translucence, and the incredible possibilities that glass has. And then eventually I thought, well, I really like the mosaic. I like working with glass, but I'd like to have it be a little more painterly. I wanted colors to kind of blend together better, and I didn't know how to do that with glass. So I started getting interested in fused glass. And with fused glass, I was able to overlap and interplay in ways that I hadn't been able to do before. But it still wasn't quite what I wanted, and I kept experimenting and experimenting. And then just by chance, I heard about a class by a guy who made the world's largest stained glass window at 4,000 square feet, Tim Carey, and he is an amazing instructor, and he shows you how to make your own sheets of glass and how to get the colors to kind of meld together. So I could add, 5, 6, 8 colors if I want of glass into a sheet, and as it melts together, then with frit and all kinds of little pieces of glass, it turns into something completely different. And so this whole body of work that we're looking at today has been made with that technique. When I try to explain to people that fused glass is warm glass, it's kind of hard to figure out. Or they'll say, did you blow this? And so what's maybe important to know about glass is that this is cold glass. It is worked cold, it's put together cold, and it always stays flat like that. This is a piece that my mother made years ago. And then hot glass is the typical thing you think of as being in a kiln, with the blown glass and that kind of thing. And it's really, really hot. It's around 2,000, 2,200 degrees. So what I do in fused glass is called warm glass, because my kiln only gets up to 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. And so at warm, glass is able to, it melts in terms of being like a really thick molasses type texture. And so it can bend and move, but it doesn't become an actual liquid that you can blow as in hot glass. And so in order to make things that have these kind of characteristics with texture, I have to make a clay mold. And with the clay mold then, I can lay this on, melt it together, and then I can make things out of it that I want to make. And so I was talking before about this idea that I wanted to get more texture and more overlap into my glass. And this is sort of an early attempt at that with fused glass, trying to get things on top of each other and things to mold together. And it's so much easier now with the class that I've taken, but was my first attempt at trying to figure out how to make glass a little more interactive and overlapping with the different colors. So this is warm glass, hot glass, and cold glass. Well, at the Studios on High Gallery, we are the only artist-owned and operated gallery in the Short North. And every month we have a different show in the front of our gallery. So I happen to be the member who's doing a show in September. It's called From the Earth, and the reason it's called From the Earth is because we had to pick a title a year ago, and I had no idea what it's going to do. So I knew I wanted to experiment with some new things, but I didn't know how it was going to go. So I thought that was generic enough to encompass what I really like to do is nature subjects and leaves and bamboo and things like that. Having spent 18 years living in the tropics, I just love nature. It's like when you live in a place where it's all around you, it becomes so much more of a part of your life. So living in Ohio, I live in a good neighborhood that has lots of trees, but it's still not the same. And I'm always like trying to recreate pieces that have that kind of jungle-y feel to it. Well, this I'm hoping is going to be my favorite piece when it gets done. I really, really love Monstera leaves. So this is sort of like inspired by the first project that I made with 2 leaves, and I'm trying to see if I can get it to work okay with 5. Now glass, when you put it in a kiln and it melts, it wants to level out. Glass only wants to be this thick. And unfortunately, when you pile up glass, it will just flow all over the place and drip off the sides. So it has to have dams. So these walls that I construct around the piece, and I line so that they won't stick to the dams, these walls will help the glass to continue to stay in the same framework. In order to keep this part of the leaf from flowing into that part of the leaf, you have to put a spacer in it of the clear glass. So the clear glass will then hold it in place. So I have to put in a whole lot of different pieces in order to make the shape that I'm looking for. And then there are all these gaps. So how are these gaps going to fill in? Some of them will fill in okay just by melting, but I want to make sure that especially in gaps from one leaf to another, that there's enough of a line there that you can tell which leaf is on top and so on. So basically what I need to do is to take the glass frit that I made in my grinder, and then I have to like brush it into the cracks. So as I brush it into the cracks, then it kind of fills in places where I want it to blend. It looks pretty obvious like now that I have this filled into the blocks, but once it's all melted together, you don't really see it that much. So I have to check it one last time, make sure there's nothing more I need to do, and then just close it. And we'll find out in about 30 hours if it came out the way we wanted it to. Oh, yeah, so far so good. Well, it all came together pretty well. Now I just need a piece of glass as a scraper, and I'll get some of this paper off. And then the next step is it's going in my sink to get a bath and get the rest of this off, and then we'll see how it turned out. It's kind of heavy. You can't see the top very well because it's in the shadows. It will be a little bit brighter than that, and this is a piece that's intended to be front lit. So it under a spotlight, I think it'll pop out pretty well. I see people standing and just kind of staring, and they look at how the pieces come together, and they look at the negative space and the positive space. And sometimes I've had glass artists come in, and they'll look at a really long, slender piece of glass, and they'll be like, "How did you cut that? I don't know how," and it's because I practice with a different kind of technique than they're probably using. And part of it for me is not being a classically or academically trained artist. I don't have the limitations of this is how it's supposed to be, and this is what you can't do, and this is what you can do. So I'm always experimenting and playing around, and then hopefully I can come up with some things that are kind of unique in that way. I hope that it encourages them somehow. I hope that they look at it I hope that they feel a sense of, oh yeah, this is cool. This is like life, and this is something that kind of makes my day feel a little bit better. You know, I really feel like it's a part of our humanity to be engaged with nature. It's part of who we are. And when we live these busy urban lives, we get disconnected from that. So I really feel that through art, we can get a little bit better connected and begin to just appreciate a little bit more of the world that we live in.
Getting a diagnosis of a serious disease can be a transforming experience. Here's the story of a Florida violinist's discovery of the power of art and the love of family.
Am I gonna make it or not? And you're looking at death like in its face, and like you're so scared. And
the way that hours become so precious. I was like, I don't care if they're horrible hours, I just want hours.
Cancer, it changes you in a way that I think a lot of people don't get or can't even understand. The world to me just is music. At 13, I got interested in the violin. It came naturally, and I feel like it just so quickly fell in love with it. And I'm not great with words and just communication, but when music is just how I express myself. It was literally about a month of that kind of on and off nauseousness, and after more testing, they started coming back with, this looks like it could be blood cancer. And that was a huge blow. It was, something we never expected.
Cancer is absolute war. Yeah.
I can't even go there. I won't let that happen. I gotta be there for them. But I immediately started doing chemotherapy. I responded really, really well. But they were still like, to fix the real problem, we really think you need to do a transplant.
And someone who has a potentially terminal diagnosis, it's that one shot.
It made me feel, honestly, so grateful to be able to have the opportunity to give him a prosperous life with his family and his kids.
The transplant, that was way, way harder than I could ever imagine.
Somebody so strong and so just roll up into this bald, hairless, gray, human being. It was so sad to watch him, disintegrate like that.
Subsequently had additional complications associated with the transplant that were not run-of-the-mill complications.
The pain was so bad, I didn't know how I was going to get through the next 10 minutes, and much less an hour or days. So,
is he dying right now? If he is, what would I regret not doing? And I was like, we need the kids here. We need to get to be together.
I didn't even pick my violin up for 2 months. Just I couldn't. But I would hear these songs, just so much music in my head. I just sat down at my keyboard for the first time and just wrote this whole song. I feel like there's so much that's gonna come out, and it already has, from this journey. literally one of the best days of my life, like being able to hug their little, feel their little arms just wrapped around me and wrap my arms around them and be back together.
Caleb had made an announcement that he was going back to the docks, and we like dropped everything, and we were like, this is something we are absolutely not going to miss.
But just to go back after that, coming that close to not making it, and there was hundreds of people there, and so to get to that day and just see so much love and so much support put out on me it's hard to describe with words.
That's like everything. I mean, that's the reason that people undergo this horrible experience of transplant and the complications that occur post-transplant. It's to live their lives again.
I really got that miracle that so many people hope for and pray for and long for.
There's a whole lot of shaking going on in Kate Quickle's kitchen. That's the essential step in this Kate's Quick Bites recipe, quick snacking crackers. She says they're easy to make, and she swears they're delicious.
Today I'm going to be making a super quick and tasty snack that you can whip up. It's made with pantry ingredients. It's savory, it's cheesy, it's so good. They're my quick snacking crackers, and they are coated in ranch seasoning, so you can't go wrong. You will need 3/4 cup of vegetable oil, a 1 ounce packet of ranch seasoning, 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and 16 ounces of oyster crackers. It's usually about 2 bags. Okay, this recipe really couldn't be any easier. You gather all your ingredients together. The one tool you're gonna need is a zip top bag. So everything's gonna go in here and we're gonna shake it all up so that the crackers get coated. What I do is I just kind of flip the bag open so it stays open. So I've got a little structure so that I can add everything to it. So I'm gonna start by adding the vegetable oil into the bag and our Parmesan cheese and the ultimate ingredient, the ranch seasoning. And I'm just gonna kind of mix this stuff together so that the liquids and the dry ingredients get mixed up. And now we can add the crackers. This sometimes results in a mess, sometimes it doesn't. I bet this will be harder with the bowl. Oh, yeah. Now you wanna seal your bag, but make sure you seal it really well. Hear those clicks. And now it gets fun. Now you just shake it up. You just wanna mix it around so that your crackers get fully coated. Shake, shake, shake. So you just wanna get them all evenly coated. And when you start to see that that the whole bag looks wet and that the crackers are coated, we can move on to the next step. We always just ate them like this. We shook it up and then you pour them into a bowl and they were delicious. You can eat them like that. I recently was like, what if we put them in the oven and kind of toast them up? So that's what I'm gonna do now. They get really crispy and everything just kind of bakes together and they're amazing. So either way you wanna do it, if you don't wanna turn your oven on, just eat them like this. But I think this is a great way to make them just a little extra delicious. So preheat your oven to 300 degrees, use a sheet pan, just open the bag and spread everything out evenly, pop them in the oven for about 10 minutes and take them out and let them cool, and then you can eat them. So our ranch oyster snacking crackers are out of the oven. They're toasted and golden and all of the seasoning just kind of baked into them and they're amazing. Toss them in a bowl and these are great for a party or get together, social distance or otherwise. I'm gonna give them a taste. They're so crispy and salty and ranchy, just the best. I hope you'll make these.
We end with music from the heart of Columbus. Here's Mojo Flow with Perpetual Conduit of Positivity, a single that is brimming with energy and enthusiasm.
Down perpetual conduit of positivity, an open invitation to try our new philosophy. We'll make it a lot longer and further if we try to be. I'll be a light. We'll be alright. I'll be a light. We'll be alright. I'll be a light. We'll be alright. I'll be a light. We'll be perpetual conduit of positivity, an open invitation to try our new philosophy. We'll make it a lot longer and further. We try to be perpetual conduit of positivity, perpetual conduit of positivity, an open invitation to try our new philosophy. We'll make it a lot longer and further. We try to be perpetual. Let's try to be positivity. I'll be a light. We'll be alright. I'll be a light. We'll be alright. Perpetual conduit of positivity, an open invitation to try our new philosophy. We'll make it a lot longer and further if we try to be. I'll be a light.
I'll be alive.
We'll be alright.
We'll be alright.
I'll be a light.
I'll
We'll
be
be
That's our show. Remember, you can find all of our stories online at WOSU.org as well as on our YouTube channel. For all of us here at WOSU, I'm David Holm. Thanks for watching.
Except money or my time, but I promise it won't always be this way. And I know it's been a bumpy ride. We were lucky even to survive. If I squint my eyes, I can almost see a new day. Then you whispered in my ear, you better relax or you'll crash, my dear. I'm coming in high. I can't stop on a dime. I'm gonna need a little time. I can make you happy one day, but it won't be tonight. Gonna need a long runway. I don't follow the news no more. Ever since I lost my phone, turns out I ain't missing much anyway. I was lost, but I'm looking to find a place to breathe and clear my mind. And I woke up this morning willing to change. I've been told don't race against the tide. Maybe I could try to get the waters just in time.
Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, supporting arts, advancing culture, and connecting the community to artists, events, and classes at columbusmakesart.com.
From these contributing sponsors and viewers like you, thank you.